What up, running fam? This week we got the Jacksonville Beach 10-mile winter beach run. Okay, it's the Sunday before the race. Gonna do 11-mile long run, so part of this new workout running plan I'm gonna try this year. I was gonna run yesterday. I had planned on running like in the afternoon / evening, but then about an hour before I was getting ready to run, it started raining, and you kind of see it's like still all like wet outside and everything. I think it's like mid-50s right now, so didn't want to run in the cold rain for a long run, but I did push it to today, early this morning. I'm trying to get better at that, because last year I think I'd be like, raining, not gonna run today, and then like today we're going to the Jags game, so I would just like skip it and push it off to the next week. And so we're trying to work on just actually getting those runs in and not trying to find so many excuses and pushing through. So we're gonna do 11 miles today, like a 10 to 10:30 mile per minute, or 10 to 10:30 minute per mile. So we'll check that out. I did try some new stuff too, with my electrolyte drinks and everything. I've been reading about like caffeine gels and stuff like that, so took some like caffeinated gels and drinks before this run to see how it is. Kind of like try caffeinated, like I said, caffeinated gels and a little energy stuff to prepare for like marathon. So kind of go into that, I guess, maybe later on. But and then with me, I'm just gonna have a bottle of water and a couple more gels. So 11 miles, here we go. 11 miles in, like a 9:57 pace, so felt pretty good. I mean, it was cooler weather, so that helped, but I think maybe the caffeine kind of helped like keep me mentally focused, because I think all in all I had like 225 milligrams of caffeine right before the run. So I felt pretty mentally fresh up until about 9-10 miles, so that kind of helped. And then it was good pacing. I took a gel at 4 miles and 8 miles, and like I stopped to walk through, because I'm trying to simulate like just walking through water stations, because I think that's something I should do next time in the marathon, to give myself like a little break. So I did that, and like even the first one where I took it at 4 miles, like the 10 to 15 seconds to stop, walk, take water, gel, I still hit a 10-minute mile pace. And then the second one I think was pretty close to, I think it was like 10:11 or something. So and then like a lot of my splits, or I shouldn't say a lot of my splits, some of my splits were like 9:45. So overall felt good. Here's the breakdown of everything, but feeling good. We'll get the race this Saturday, this 10 miles beach run. So we're gonna do probably a fun little run with my son tomorrow, if the weather's good enough for him. If not, I'll do the tempo run thing on Tuesday. It's Tempo Run Tuesday, so I'm gonna do same tempo run that I did last week. I don't think I filmed it, but so I'm gonna do a mile warm up and then 2 miles tempo run, aiming for 7:35, and then a mile cool down. I did not hit the pace last week, but I'm gonna keep it as the same goal. And then yesterday I did a little run with my son in the stroller, so we did 1 mile with him just to see how he would like it, plus kind of trying to get used to running with a stroller. So today we're 4 total miles, like I said, warm up, 2 miles tempo, and then cool down. So let's see how we do, if we can do a little bit better than last week. Workout done. Ended up being a 7:40 per minute, or 7:40 per minute mile, which was better than last week, but didn't quite hit my goal. Last week was 7:49 per minute per mile, which I did remember. I did record that. I just haven't edited that video yet, because I'm still working on the marathon video, and just behind with trying to film and take care of a baby. But both weeks, the first mile was 7:36. Last week, the second mile was 7:59, whereas today was 7:41. So overall, I kind of give this workout like a C plus, because not too far off from my goal, but didn't hit it. But I did improve from last week, but it was kind of a effort. So what I want to do with these workouts is I want to hit the time goal, and I want to do it feeling comfortable, and I want to do that 2 weeks in a row. And if I do that 2 weeks in a row, then I'm gonna increase the speed, so try to hit like a better speed. So if I were to do 730 mile minute per, you know what I'm saying, 2 weeks in a row, then I would like bump it down to like trying to hit 730 for that next week, and then try to do that 2 weeks in a row, and then go to 725. So kind of onward and onward for that one, and then that will kind of help dictate like my goals for races and everything. And like similar with my long runs, you know, just making that a quicker speed. So Thursday will be just a 6 mile kind of easy run, and then Saturday is the 10 mile beach run. So we will catch with you on Thursday. Thursday, 6 mile run. Last Thursday, did the 6 mile run, 9 minute to 9:30 pace. I think I got pretty close to 9 minutes. It felt good, so I did a double check on that. So going to do it again, 6 miles between 9 and 9:30 pace. If I feel good after today doing it, then we'll decrease the time next week, but we'll talk about that. So yeah, we're gonna go get the 6 miles in, see how it feels, talk about it at the end, and what we're gonna be doing for next week. 6 miles down, end up being 8:57 minute per mile pace. So I felt good. I looked at it, my heart rate, I don't think I ever got more than 165. It kind of was, I think, average around 160. So it's gonna be a double check today with how I feel. Got the goal done and feeling good. So next week I'm gonna increase the speed by 10 seconds. So my window is gonna be 850 to 920. So doing that, it's gonna be the last run before the race. So tomorrow we'll do the sit down and do the goal talk, but good workout today. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, goal talk's gonna be a little bit short this week, just because it is a beach run. I'm not expecting a PR, especially since my 10 mile PR just came a couple months ago. But last year I did this race. I ran it in just under an hour and 38 minutes. So, you know, my typical goal is to beat last year's time. So if I can just beat, you know, an hour 37, that last year's time was like 9 minutes 45 seconds pace. So if I can kind of get somewhere down between a 9 and 9.5 minute mile per pace, that's really all I'm looking for. So yeah, pretty simple. It's gonna be low 60s to begin with, and maybe, or actually mid 60s to begin with, and maybe finish off in the low 70s. So one thing about last year that I don't know if it's gonna be like this year was, it's you go out 2.5 miles, come back, and then you go out again and come back. So it's very interesting going out. The wind was to our backs and the sun was in our face, so it was like pretty warm, and then turning around, wind was in our face, sun was in our back. So it, like, even though same temperature, it just, the field temperature dropped like almost 10 degrees or even more. So like I was running out, I took my hat off, I took my gloves off, because it was a lot colder last year too. So took all this stuff off, and then like turned around, I'm like, oh, I'm cold again, I'm putting it back on, and then turned around again, I'm like, oh, I'm hot, I'm putting it back off. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, beach runs always are slower than road races. So I'm not expecting a PR, but I am expecting to do better than last year. So let's see how we do. Just finished up the race. Official time 1 hour 40 minutes 27 seconds. So actually 3 minutes slower than last year, but it was actually 20 degrees warmer this year. Going out, it was kind of cooler, but we had headwind, so there's like a little bit of resistance. And then on the way back in, no wind, but the sun was just beating on our back, so just warmer conditions, and I felt like the sand was softer. So still happy with my time for what it is. But then we got more 5Ks coming up, more training to do. So until next time, y'all know what to do. See ya. Bye.